Hi friends, welcome to the accountancy class. Today, in this third module, we are going to learn about how to record the various transactions in journal. The American Institute of Certified Public Accountants, that is AICPA, had defined accounting as the art of recording, classifying, and summarizing in a significant manner and in terms of money, transactions, and events which are in part at least of financial character and interpreting the results thereof. The first step involved in the accounting process is recording the transactions in various book of accounts. The first step is recording these transactions in journal. The process of recording transaction in journal is known as journalizing. For recording these transactions, there are some basic rules for recording debit and credit. The total accounts can be divided into three: personal account, real account, and nominal account. Nominal account involves various direct and indirect expense and incomes. Personal account involves the personal account of the company, individuals, debtors, and creditors. Then real account contains or includes all assets and liabilities. The rule for debit and credit is increase in asset is debited and decrease in assets is credited. Increase in expenses and losses is debited and decrease in expense and losses is credited. Then increase in liabilities and incomes is credited. Decrease in liabilities and incomes debited. These are the important rules of recording transactions in various book of accounts. Now we are going to solve one problem. First transaction is on 1st January 2015, business commenced with cash rupees 1,75,000. First step is identify the transaction, then find out the two aspects or dual aspect. Here the dual aspects are cash and capital. Here at the time of investing money in the business, there is an inflow of cash. Then cash is an example for assets. Then cash balance increases. The rule is when asset increases, debit that account. So we debited cash account. Then at the same time there is a dual aspect of, there is another aspect of liability of capital. Capital is a liability of the company. By investing money in the business liability will also increases. When liability increases, credit that account. So we credited capital account. The entry will be cash account debtor 1,75,000 to capital account 1,75,000, being business commenced with the cash. Then on January 1st, building purchased. When building purchased, the dual aspects are building account and cash account. There is inflow of building. Building is an example for asset. When asset increases, debit that account. So we debited the building account. Then there is an outflow of cash. Cash is an example for asset. Asset decreases, so credit cash account. The entry will be building account debtor to cash account 75,000, being building purchased. Next transaction is goods purchased for cash. Here in this transaction, the dual aspects are goods purchased. So purchase account and cash account. Purchase is an expense for the company. When expenses increases, debit that account. So we debited purchase account. Then there is an outflow of cash. Cash is an example for asset. When asset decreases, credit that account. So the entry will be purchase account debtor to cash account 75,000, being goods purchased for cash. On January 3rd, goods sold to Ramesh. Here, this is an example for credit transaction. What is the reason? Cash paid not mentioned or cash received not mentioned in this transaction. Only debtor's name given. So this is an example for credit transaction. At the time of selling goods, the account to be opened is sales account. Then Ramesh is a debtor. Debtor means asset. When asset increases, debit that account. Then credit sales account. The entry will be debtors, that is Ramesh's account debtor to sales account 30,000 being goods sold to Ramesh. Then on January 4th, wages paid. Wages paid means expenses. Wages is an example for expenses. When expenses increases, debit that account. So we have to debit wages account. Then there is an outflow of cash. Wages paid in the form of cash. Outflow of cash. Asset decreases. So credit cash account. The entry will be wages account debit to cash account. Next transaction is sold goods for cash. This is an example for cash transaction. What is the reason? Goods sold for cash. The medium of payment is cash given in the transaction. Then the dual aspects are sales account and cash account. Cash received. Sold goods for cash. Then by selling the goods, the company received cash. So the entry will be cash account debtor to sales account 10,000. The next transaction, trade expenses paid. Trade expense is an expense for the company. When expenses increases, debit that account. So we have to debit trade expense account debtor. Then trade expenses paid in the form of cash. Cash is an example for asset. When asset decreases, outflow of cash means decreasing the balance of cash account. We have to credit cash account. So the entry will be trade expense account debtor. How much? 700 to cash account 700 being trade expenses paid. Then on January 12th, cash received from Ramesh, discount allowed 500. Actual amount received is 29,500. Then discount allowed is 500. Cash received is 29,500. Then cash received from debtor. That means total amount to be received from Ramesh equal to 30,000. Then actual amount received equal to 29,500. Discount allowed rupees 500. In this transaction, there are 3 accounts we want to open. First account is cash account, another account is discount allowed account, and third account is Ramesh's account. In this transaction, cash received means cash is an expense for asset for the company. Cash balance increases. When asset increases, debit that account. So the actual amount received equal to 29,500. So we want to debit cash account debtor 29,500. Then discount allowed is an expense for the company, loss for the company. If there is any expenses increases, debit that account. So we have to debit discount allowed account 500. Then Ramesh is a debtor. When any amount received from debtor or Ramesh, asset decreases. So we have to credit cash account. The entry will be cash account debtor 29,500, discount allowed account debtor 500 to Ramesh's account 30,000. This is an example for compound journal entry. A journal entry with more than one debit or credit aspects. The next transaction is goods purchased from Sudhir. This is an example for credit transaction. Cash received not mentioned. So we can take this transaction as credit transaction. Goods purchased from Sudhir. Here Sudhir is a creditor. Then goods purchased means purchase account. When purchase or expense increases, debit that account. The entry will be purchase account debtor 27,000 to Sudhir's account. How much? 27,000. Next, cartage paid. Cartage paid is an expense for the company. So debit cartage account paid in the form of cash. So credit cash account. Cartage account debtor 1,000 to cash account 1,000. The last transaction is drew cash for personal use. Drew cash for personal use means drawings. Suppose the businessman withdrew cash or goods for personal use. That term will be considered as drawings. Here the owner or proprietor or the businessman drew cash for personal use. The dual aspects are drawings account and cash account. Drawings is an expense or loss for the company. When expense or loss increases, we have to debit that account. So we want to debit drawings account. Then there is an outflow of cash from business. Cash is an example for asset account. When cash decreases, credit that account. So the entry will be drawings account debtor 5,000 to cash account 5,000, being drawings made or drew cash for personal use. These are the important journal entries to be passed in the book of Mudit. Thank you.